possession runs through the front court.
You're exactly right, B.A., and I think that's where the game's going to ultimately be decided. I mean, we have to see which set of these bigs is going to impose their will, not just offensively, but defensively, too.
Now let's take a look at Phoenix's opening lineup. Booker and Beal are the talented backcourt. Kevin Durant is out there with Nick Richards, and it's done in at the three. Good work there as it goes.
Well, Edwards looking almost automatic there. Didn't wait too long to put that shot up.
Good chance here for Booker. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert.
Not really necessary with nobody on you. I mean, why put yourself off balance on that shot when you're wide open?
And stolen by Booker. And there's a 3-second violation. Booker against Conley. Pass to Randall. Conley looking for an opening. Randall against Durant. Edwards a screen on Booker. Clock at 6. From outside the arc. Rebounded by Dunn. And here's Beal. Right side Durant. Fires the three. Knocks it down from distance.
No fear or hesitation from KD. He's able to hit from anywhere.
When you look at the career of Kevin Durant, he's had an amazing list of teammates, Grant.
Yeah, that's true, B.A. And it started with Westbrook and Harden. Then he had Steph, Clay, and Dre, Kyrie, and then Booker and Beal. That is quite the list.
McDaniels with the big answer.
Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Outside Booker. Launches it from deep. And it's Gobert with a rebound.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
Now here's Durant. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Dunn, the pass to Beal. Fires for three. Drops in the three.
Down in the corner, Beal shoots with confidence. Just one more area he can score from consistently.
From deep, Conley connects from downtown.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Man, just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Takes a 3. And another 3 from Minnesota.
Nice to see Conley receive the dime for once. He's normally the one dropping dimes.
Booker for 3. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Chris Finch. I asked him about the many difficulties that Kevin Durant presents to a defense, and Coach said with most guys, you can force them left or right or send help. With Kevin, he can always shoot over the top of you. Sometimes you feel helpless in that regard. Not a lot of solutions for a 7-foot sharpshooter, guys.
Appreciate the report, Allie.
Nice smooth three-point shot by Edwards there. Boy, he's got confidence from behind the arc.
And Beal puts up a deep 3. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Beal's got 6 points.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now here's Edwards. He's got 5. Oh, Beal picks his pocket. Pass to Booker from deep. And again, it's Phoenix from deep.
Yeah, so good to see Booker knocking down the corner triple. A go-to scorer with considerable range.
Conley with the ball. Now guarded by Booker. Edwards for 3. Rebounded by Dunn. The Suns have gotten 50% of their shots to fall so far. They're 5 of 10. There's a screen. Durant against Randall. Puts up a 3. Durant's shot is off.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Minnesota again missing. Phoenix has gone 4 of 9 from beyond the three-point line in this first quarter. Dunn outside. On the wing, Durant. McDaniels covering. Durant, pass to Booker. It could go. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. Tie game, and some big points being put. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in this second quarter. And when you consider how Minnesota is doing, guys, your thoughts?
Well, their offense is clicking so far, capturing the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Suns. Beal and Allen are out on the wing. Mason Plumlee out there with Royce O'Neal, and it's Jones in at the point guard position. Now here's Reed. Off target with the three. Now here's O'Neal. 4-3. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Then put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
The Suns lead by 3. Beal surveying the D. Pass to Plumlee. Allen against DiVincenzo. A deep three. Rebound Minnesota. There's the triple. It's the trifecta. DiVincenzo's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Rise and fire. DiVincenzo does not lack confidence, going right up with the shot.
Jones, the pass to Plumlee. Beyond the arc. Reed with the rebound.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
Plumlee a screen for 3. Allen, and the Suns miss again. Minnesota leading by 3. Edwards for 3. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
Opportunistic basketball. Gets a great look at the 3 in transition.
Here's Allen. And he drains the quick shot. Here's DiVincenzo. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Reed can't hit. Suns trail by 4. DiVincenzo with a steal. And now the T-Wolves on the break. Here's Miller. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the pump fake. Phoenix has gone just 1 of 5 so far this quarter from 3. Beal gets the bucket. Clark, one topic that gets its share of attention, illegal screens.
And with good reason, because guys are bigger, stronger, a lot of pick and roll action. So you've got to be more diligent in cracking down on those screens that are illegal. The game is extremely fluid. Guys are in constant motion. But I think it's a hard call to make consistently, but the officials have to keep working at it.
Tipped away. Stolen by Reed. Inside. Back to Miller. There's the 3. Counted from distance. Miller's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. It's Beal on the wing. Guarded by Edwards. Stolen by Reed. Here's DiVincenzo. Nice. Gets his second bucket. He's 2 for 4 now. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
They've really been disruptive on the defensive end, forcing turnovers and turning those turnovers into points at the other end.
And also, I haven't seen a lot of resistance from the defense when it comes to limiting their points in transition.
There's Plumlee with a 3. And once again, off the mark by Phoenix. And it's Edwards with the ball for the T-Wolves. They lead by 6. That's their biggest margin. Jones with the ball. Picked up by Reed. Three-pointer. Beal. Rebound Minnesota. Reed's got 5 rebounds tonight. Edwards for 3. And it's Phoenix with a rebound. Outside Jones. Beal with a screen on Edwards. Back to Beal. Outside O'Neal. 6 on the shot clock. Fires the 3. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. Reed's got 6 rebounds in the game. Pass to Edwards. Fires for 3. O'Neal pulls it in. Now Jones. Got it up. Oh, he trades.
2 minutes are allowed to review the play.
And hold up. We're not going to halftime just yet. The officials signaling that they are going to take a look at this replay.
Yeah, the replay makes it obvious. I mean, he got that shot off in time. It should be an easy decision for the officials.
Well, I can't see how they'd come to any other conclusion. I mean, we have a good look at it on the replay. The clock's still ticking when it left his fingertips.
Half-court shot. Drum roll, please. They're measuring up the shot.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Hey, it's been quite a game for Bradley Beal.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Conley and Ann are the 1 and the 2. Julius Randle out there with McDaniels. And it's Gobert in at the center position, locking down the middle. And that's the group for Chris Finch as we begin the second half. For the lead. And it's Phoenix with another.
Awfully tough play to defend. When you honor the roller, Booker just takes advantage.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Well, Kevin Durant steadily climbing up the top 10 of the all-time scoring list. He said, I've been in the league for half of my life now. It's a blessing to be playing on this platform and doing what I love to do. I just want to continue to keep putting in good work and keep adding to what I already did.
One of the greats, Allie. Thank you. Pass to Durant. There's a screen. Puts up a 3. Randall pulls down the board. The Timberwolves trail. For 3, Conley. Minnesota again missing.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
The Timberwolves have gone 0 for 3 to start the second half. Knocks down the long J. McDaniels got 6.
It's always fun when you can get ahead of the play like McDaniels did there to finish off the break.
McDaniels against Beal. Launches a 3. They get it back. The kick to Durant. 3-pointer. And the 3-pointer is good for Durant.
When it comes to catch and shoot situations, Durant as reliable as it gets.
Ooh, Durant with a steal. And the Suns pushing it up now. Takes a 3. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Gobert's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Back to Conley. Randall deciding where to go with it. Lets the 3 fly. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
Yeah, a shot that Randall has added to his repertoire. Shooting the 3 with confidence now.
All right, Clark, how about Rudy Gobert? What consistency rebounding the ball.
They're averaging double digits pretty much every season, BA, and that helps them in the battle of possessions, obviously. And it also helps them control pace. You got a guy who eats glass like that and defends at a high level. You got something real good for yourself.
Richards with a screen. Fades. Outside for Booker. Shoots a fadeaway. Ooh, Booker doing Booker things.
And this is big for Booker's confidence. With this three-point ball falling, he's so tough to stop.
Edwards against Beal. Edwards, a pass to Conley. And another basket for Minnesota.
And you look at how they've come out in the second half. It's almost like night and day.
No question about it. I mean, these teams are really battling hard now.
Conley against Booker. Pass to Durant. There's a screen. 6 to shoot. 4-3. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. McDaniels can't hit. The Suns have gone 5 of 11 in this third quarter. And Beal launches from deep. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 8 now. Conley passes to McDaniels. Jacks up a 3. Bradley Beal puts it in. And so Beal will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. It's a 1-point game. Phoenix no good that time either. For Minnesota, they've gone 4 of 9 in the third quarter. For 3, Conley gets the 3 ball to go. Conley's got 5 points in the quarter.
Nice, sweet lefty stroke from Mike Conley. Has really worked on that part of his game.
To the left wing. The 3 is up. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall. Randall's got his 5th assist in this one.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor space.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
And so it's Mike Conley making things. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. On the court for the Suns, getting the fourth quarter going. We've got Mason Plumlee. Tyus Jones is out there with Devin Booker. Then it's Royce O'Neal, and it's Dunn in at the 3. DiVincenzo, pass to Edwards. Here's Alexander Walker. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
Nice read by Edwards there, finding a wide open teammate and sending the ball his way on target.
Plumlee, a screen on Edwards. Booker no good. The Timberwolves lead by 5. Fast break, Minnesota. The 3, DiVincenzo. He buries it from 3.
And guys, this is why coaches value playing with pace.
That really has been the difference.
Oh, wow, how about that?
From long range.
Woo! Pass to Reed. Outside, Alexander Walker. And stolen by Jones. And the Suns pushing it up now. Here's Booker. Plumlee a screen. Fade away. It's kept alive. Jones finds Booker. Fades back. And it's Booker again missing. Minnesota's gone 2 of 2 from outside so far in the fourth. Got a piece of it. They get it back. Reed for 3. And it's Phoenix with a rebound. And just about a minute and a half gone by in the fourth. Plumlee passes to Booker. And it's Booker again missing.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
Reed passes to Alexander Walker. Shot clock at 6. Up top, DiVincenzo over Jones. Another miss by Minnesota.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
Outside Booker. Back to O'Neal. Plumlee, a screen on DiVincenzo. For 3, O'Neal. Pure from 3-point range.
Win or lose, this is the fight you want to see from your players.
Yeah, you know what? I agree. I mean, they're showing a bunch of fortitude here, keeping this game tight.
On the wing, Alexander Walker. Edwards against Jones. Out to DiVincenzo. Here's Mina. The Timberwolves again can't hit. The Suns trailing. Oh, got a piece of it. Here's Alexander Walker. Reed in the post, working on Jones to win the cold spell. The rebound by Devin Booker. For Phoenix, they've gotten only 2 of 6 attempts to drop in the fourth. And there's a minute 45 left in the fourth. Plumlee, a screen on Edwards to the middle. And here we go, the Timberwolves on the run. Edwards making it look so easy from deep. And now we get a little perspective here on how the hustle game has been for the Timberwolves.
You have to be a fan of the energy they played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet, and it's come up big a few times for them.
Yeah, you know, the defense just hasn't been able to keep up with them in this one. The transition game, as a result of good defense, has been very strong.
Drills it from deep. Edwards got 6 in the quarter.
And, you know, once Edwards flips that switch, now he stays fully engaged. His offensive arsenal is on full display.
Booker finds Durant from behind the arc. It's rebounded by Minnesota. And here's Conley. Pass to Edwards. 55 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Edwards. Conley, a screen on Beal. Outside Conley. 6 on the shot clock. Out of bounds. Timberwolves ball as Minnesota keeps possession.
Great read to get a hand in there and disrupt the play.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Fantastic hustle from Booker, doing everything he can to distract the shooter.
It falls! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Well, Durant knows the team looks to him for this. These kinds of moments, the intensity of the moment never rattles him.
It's Edwards on the wing, defended by Dunn. The 3. It doesn't go for him. Booker looking around. Misses the 3. Conley with the ball. So it's Minnesota picking up the win. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout victory.
Washington. Daniel Gafford is out there with Anthony Davis. Then there's Irving. And it's Thompson in at the 2. And for the Timberwolves, Conley and Edwards are the guards. Julius Randle is out there with Jaden McDaniels. And it's Gobert in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And the Mavericks with possession. Well, we know, GA, the Mavs are so adept at hunting the matchups they want. They're patient and methodical.
They never look like they're in a rush, right? Even when you send a double or trap the ball, the Mavs stay calm and know where to go. It's what makes slowing down their pick and roll so difficult.
Edwards from deep three-point territory. From outside, off the mark. It's tipped. It's stolen by Edwards. It's Edwards on the wing. Lets it go. Another miss by Minnesota.
He'll probably hear about that shot selection when he gets back to the bench. Maybe not their best option now.
And here's Davis for 3. A rebound by the Timberwolves. First quarter, just over a minute played. McDaniels kicks to Randle. McDaniels, a screen on Gafford. Hits it from three-point range.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Thompson sets the pick for Irving. Thompson outside. Shot clock at 5. Fires for 3.
Well, with Edwards, you have to contend with his energy and intensity at both ends.
Lets it go from 14.
Yeah, loose coverage by the defense, but he just couldn't make them pay.
Davis with a screen on Conley. And on the way from Irving for 3. Hands it from downtown.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Greg, as you were saying, beyond the blocks, what makes Anthony Davis special on defense is the way he navigates the floor.
Kevin, most bigs can get picked on in pick and roll action. Davis, though, too quick and smart to take advantage of. He can slip screens, hedge, switch, and recover like he's a 3-and-D wing.
Now, here's Thompson. A three-pointer, no good.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Here's Edwards. Gets an open look and hits.
Effective use of the mid-range there by Edwards. He's a true 3-level scorer.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Anthony Edwards is figuring things out. He said there's levels. My first few years, I looked for my shot and nothing else. I've learned that I can't win without my teammates and that I have to throw them the ball too. It's a team game. I know that now. Kevin, I know it too, so I'm throwing it back to you.
And you're the best teammate we could have. Thank you, David.
And Irving can change the course of a game with his ability to shoot the 3.
Three-pointer, Randle. And Davis sends it back. Fast break, Dallas. The three-pointer off the mark. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. We've got 1:23 left to play in the first. Here's Washington outside for Davis. Trains the three-pointer. Davis has got 5.
Yeah, even though Davis can create for himself, you love to see him get set up in rhythm.
For 3, Edwards. It's good from long range.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Thompson misses. Timberwolves trail by 3. Edwards with it. Picked up by Thompson. Conley inside the line. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Thompson from long range. Tries again. And it's laid in by Davis. He's got 7.
Oh, great effort on the boards. AD playing hard.
And Edwards puts up a deep 3. And again, Minnesota with the triple. Dallas shooting 36% in this first quarter, trying to get their bearings. A three ball. Nice shot by Thompson.
How's that for an answer? Thompson getting his revenge in style there.
Edwards kicks to Conley. Over Irving. Out to the right wing. He got it up. And that one released in time, but no good. And so the first quarter is in the books. Mavericks lead. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, we're not surprised by this. These guys work hard, and they are physical.
Miller is out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. Then there's Reed. And it's Edwards in at the shooting guard position. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Last year, Coach, as you know, the Timberwolves making it to the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, that equaled their deepest run in team history, dropping that series to the Mavs. Minnesota has never been to the finals. One of 5 franchises who've yet to get there.
And here's Miller. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. Trailing by 2. And the wide open shot from Reed. And the three ball is good. Reed's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Dinwiddie passes to Marshall. Beyond the arc. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Reed kicks to DiVincenzo. Wants to get it to Reed, and does. From the baseline. And there's another one for the Timberwolves.
Well, maybe the defense thinks they can live with that, but he's pretty consistent from that mid-range area.
And it's Irving missing. The Timberwolves have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Dinwiddie with the steal. Lively sends a screen for Dinwiddie. There's the three. Lively's shot is off.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Out to Edwards. Jacks up a three. Christie with the rebound. Dallas has gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Here's Lively. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Minnesota's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Pass to DiVincenzo. Launches it. Mavericks with the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Good on the triple. Irving's got 9. Stan, of all the different styles of offense in this NBA, what style is the toughest to defend, toughest to stop?
Kevin, I don't think there's really any difference in terms of styles or systems in terms of what's tough to stop. It's players, and it's how well a system maximizes their best players. That's what makes teams tough to stop.
And so it's Dallas with following the three by Minnesota. There's the screen. Here's Christie. No good on the three. The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. And there's another one for the Timberwolves.
Well, defensively, all eyes are on Edwards, and that creates opportunities for others.
Irving passes to Christie. No good from outside.
I can't believe he missed that three. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be given.
A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. The Mavericks trailing. On the wing, Irving. The three. Good for another basket for him. Number 4 today. He's 4 of 8.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
And how about that decision by Kyrie? That's why you want the ball in his hands.
DiVincenzo finds Alexander Walker. They set the screen. And another three for Minnesota.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Christie can't make it.
Gotta run the clock and wait for the last shot.
Yeah, unless it's a gimme, there's no reason to put up an early shot here.
DiVincenzo kicks to Reed. And again, it's Minnesota.
Really good job there. That's the definition of the inside-out game.
Misses the deep three-point attempt. And some good action through the first two quarters as we reach halftime. Timberwolves, thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
On the floor right now for the Mavericks, you've got Thompson. Anthony Davis is out there with Daniel Gafford. Then there's Washington. And it's Irving at the point. Mavericks trail by 4. Thompson for the triple. Yes! And it's Irving picking up the assist. Thompson's got the first basket of the second half here for the Mavs. And it's Conley with the ball for Minnesota. Greg, you love this topic more than anyone when you think about the best ball handlers of all time. Where does Kyrie Irving rank on your list?
Well, you know, I think, Kevin, he's at the very top. I've never seen anyone else pull off some of the things he does. Certainly makes a strong case for the best ever.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
Irving kicks to Thompson. Washington with the screen on it. Offensive rebound. Pass to Washington. On the wing, Irving. And the foul on Daniel Gafford. That is his first foul of the game. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Dante Exum, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Alexander Walker with the ball. Here's McDaniels. The Timberwolves again can't hit. For Dallas, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. And it's Davis missing. Minnesota in the lead. Randall finds Gobert. Shoots it. And there's Randall on the assist by Gobert. Randall's got 5 points so far.
And the intelligence of Randall evident on that play. Fantastic at picking the right shots to take in this offense.
Here's Exum. He nails it. We're tied up.
Well, with the height advantage that he has, he knew he could put it up over the top of the defender.
Here's Alexander Walker. He's covered by Thompson. Outside Conley. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Right back at you. Conley's a counter-puncher. He knows when his team needs a lift.
Stolen by Michael Conley. Gets a hand on it. Mavericks trail by 3. It's tipped. Davis, the pass to Gafford. Exum deciding where to go with it. Driving the lane. A shot by Washington, and he's wide open. And the 3 off target. Timberwolves leading by 3. And the defense of the Timberwolves stand as good as it gets.
Well, Kevin, they can compete with anyone when it comes to size, not just up front, but on the wings. They're long and athletic, but it all comes down to execution, and they get it done.
Now Exum following the miss by Michael Conley from deep.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Over in the corner, McDaniels. Another miss by Minnesota. Mavericks trailed by 3. Out to Thompson. Fires the 3. Good! Thompson makes it look so easy.
And Thompson thrives in those catch-and-shoot situations.
Alexander Walker passes to McDaniels. Knocks down the 3 ball. McDaniels got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Exum dishes to Thompson. Back to Exum. Shoots the 3. Rebound Minnesota. McDaniels got 4 rebounds now tonight. Rebounded by Gafford. Gafford's got 8 rebounds in this game. Washington kicks to Exum. Back to Washington. Davis gets a wide open look. And Davis nails the 3.
It's always a good sign when the 3 is falling for Davis. It really opens up the rest of his game.
Conley for 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. Gafford's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Pass to Exum. Davis kicks to Washington. For the lead. He can't get it to go. Third quarter comes to a close, and a battle brings it to a tie. From Target Center. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. The Timberwolves shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. They've got Dante DiVincenzo. He's out there with Edwards. Naj Reed out there with Clark. And it's Minot in at the 4 spot. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Here is Edwards. Edwards drawing the double team. Clark with a wide open look. A 3-pointer is right on target. Clark's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Timberwolves. Williams with the ball. Picked up by Edwards. Lively sets a screen for Edwards. Traps in the tray. Edwards got it all tied up now for the Mavs.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
The basket here gets them back in front.
And it's been a long time coming, partner.
And here's Marshall from the arc. They get it again. Lively the pass to Edwards. Here's Marshall. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Well, that one stinks. In a game where every possession counts, he just gave one away.
Minnesota making a switch. Ingles is checked in. The Mavericks also with a sub. Prosper's checked in. DiVincenzo kicks to Reed. Another miss by Minnesota.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Marshall sets a screen for Irving. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. For Minnesota, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Ingles finds Reed. Back to Ingles. There's the triple. And Lively pulls it down. Lively's got 5 rebounds tonight. Lively a screen on Clark. And a wide open look for Irving. And he's good on the 3-ball. And the Mavericks lead by 3.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Dallas moving it around. The 3, Marshall. It's hauled in by Edwards. And so Edwards will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. And again, Minnesota will turn it over. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. Randall comes in for Joe Ingles. McDaniels, he's checked in for Clark. And it's Mike Conley in for Dante DiVincenzo. Irving passes to Thompson. Back to Irving. Thompson outside. This one for three. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got his 4th assist in this one.
Arguably the smoothest jumper in the game, Klay Thompson.
McDaniels gets a wide open look. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Absolutely essential that they come right back and answer with that three of their own. And this gets the crowd energized.
1:57 left in the 4th quarter of this one. Irving from long range.
And having Gobert gives them such a daunting presence on D. He can affect every shot in his area.
Edwards kicks to McDaniels. That three off the mark. Mavericks leading by 3. They get a hand on it. Stolen by Conley. And Edwards with a clear path to the basket. Top of the key. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Well, if you have the space, you have to take that shot. He missed it, but he's trying to keep the defense honest.
A dependable distributor. Irving is adept at seeing the floor and making the pass.
McDaniels, rebounded by Gafford. Now the Mavericks with it. They're on a 12-3 run right now. Irving attacking. Julius Randle with the rebound. Minnesota's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the 4th. Conley for 3. It drops. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And there is just no fear in Mike Conley. He has not met a big shot he was afraid to take.
Washington sets the pick for Thompson. Pass to Washington. Out to Thompson. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson.
Well, that one stings. In a game where every possession counts, he just gave one away.
This isn't a done deal yet, but they have got to move quick.
Yeah, this one isn't over, but they can't afford to waste any time now.
And you know they wanted that one to go down.
Yeah, they really wanted that bucket to go. You can't get discouraged on it. Well, it's just not been his night. He's finding good looks, but they're just not falling.
Money!
Whoa, a solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. The Timberwolves again can't hit. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. They seem to... Thanks so much, David. And that'll wrap it up, folks. So...
It's Thursday afternoon, and we've got... Richard, what do you expect to see from this guard matchup?
These guys are lethal one-on-one, but I think the key is to keep their teammates involved, playing unselfish basketball.
So the opening lineup for the Mavericks. We've got Davis, Thompson out there with Kyrie Irving. Then it's Daniel Gafford, and it's Washington in at the 3. Now here's Durant. Clock at 6. The 3. Washington grabs the miss.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
And that one off the back of the rim and in.
With a 7'6" wingspan, Anthony Davis can get that jumper off against anyone.
Booker with it, and Davis picks him up defensively. Durant for 3. Davis with a rebound. And Dallas with possession. Out to Thompson. The 3 is up. Basket is good. Nice setup from Irving.
Because of his footwork and fundamentals, Thompson always looks on balance and does a great job of squaring his shoulder.
Well, Richard, we know how decorated AD was early on in his career. What can we expect from him moving forward?
Oh, he was getting Defensive Player of the Year and MVP votes back then. If he can get back to that level, he's going to be an absolute focal point for a long time coming.
Now here's Booker. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. First quarter, just over a minute and a half in. And here's Thompson for 3. They grab their own miss. Tries again. Got a hand on it. And they'll keep possession. Fades. And it's Gafford missing. The Suns have gone 1 for 3 so far. Booker against Thompson. Richards with a screen. Booker fires from way outside. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Earlier, I spoke with Mike Budenholzer, and the point of emphasis in the game plan against Anthony Davis was to simply be more physical inside. Coach said we have to force him outside the paint and make him shoot those mid to long range shots. Sounds like they're willing to give up the outside shot to keep Davis from dominating the paint.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Now here's Booker. Over Irving. Klay Thompson pulls down the board.
See, that miss right there, it's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
Irving, the pass to Thompson. Shoots it from the corner. And it's Phoenix with a rebound. Ever since Phoenix changed ownership, they've been all in on winning now, Richard.
They've traded a lot of picks away and young talent to assemble a team of superstars, some of the best shooters in the history of this league, and they were willing to go deep into the luxury tax to sustain. Well, look, it's no secret that Davis can be a dominant figure on the glass, and he just turns rebounds into points so easily.
And the Suns miss again. The Mavericks lead by 7. Irving with a deep 3. Sinks it. What range from downtown.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
They got off to such a hot start, and that can keep you energized throughout the whole game.
Now here's Irving. Pass to Thompson. Davis with a screen on Beal. Thompson. Durant pulls it in. Gafford passes to Davis. Outside Irving. Back to Davis. And here's Irving. Shoots over Booker. Bradley Beal puts it in. Suns trail by 10. Looking to win the run. Hits a three-pointer.
I like Beal's vision. Makes a great read on this pass.
Thompson with a screen. Irving, the pass to Thompson. On the wing, Davis. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. The Suns shooting just 22% in the early stages of this one. Outside Durant. That one's in there on the nice assist from Beal.
And Durant focuses on taking high percentage threes, which is why he's so efficient from there. Oh, he really wanted that triple. Even though he missed, I really like the competitiveness I'm seeing.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And that one's good. Irving.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
The three, Durant. Here's Richards. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
He knows his job on the glass, and he does it well, cleaning it up and sending it right back.
Irving, the pass to Thompson. From deep three-point land.
Can he
count it?
Yes, he can.
Yeah.
Now that's how you end the quarter.
A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through one. Mavericks ahead, up 8. And we'll be back with you shortly. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And when you consider how Dallas is doing, guys, your thoughts?
Well, it's simple. When you can dominate the boards at both ends, you can control the second chance touches.
And rebounding numbers, sometimes we overlook them, but they can have a big effect on the outcome.
On the court right now for the Mavericks. Kyrie Irving out there with Spencer Dinwiddie. Then there's Najee Marshall. Then there's Derek Lively. And it's Christie in at the small forward position. Marshall passes to Dinwiddie. And here's Lively. There's the triple. They get it again. Here's Christie. Again the miss by the Mavericks. Suns trail by 8. Pass to Allen. From the corner. Yep, count it. Starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, the Mavericks are looking to contend. Coach Jason Kidd said, we're trying to build a championship team, and it's not easy. Dallas has not talked about that for a long time. So to talk about that, it's pretty cool. To be able to build it takes time. We have the personnel, we have the team. Brian, that's confidence.
Yep, and they're in win now mode, Allie. Thank you. And here's Dinwiddie. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. They've led by as much as 10. Pass to Christie. From deep, outside Irving. And it's going to be a 3-second call. Some changes for Phoenix. Dunn comes in for Allen. And it's Booker in for Jones. Gafford, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Thompson comes in for Christie. Plumlee, a screen on Irving. Booker fires from way outside. Off target from outside.
He came out today planning to do as much damage from three-point range as possible. Well, it looks like it's time to change up the plan, guys.
Just 5 to shoot. Back to Dinwiddie. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Here's Marshall. Here's Gafford. Shoots over Booker. And they go to the intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Irving for 3. Drains the triple. Irving's got 9. Well, Grant, we know non-shooting big men can clog the paint. But if they know where to move off the ball, that certainly helps.
Yeah, you know, big men who know those circle actions, like flashing to the open spot when their man gives help, they often end up with easy looks inside.
Dinwiddie against Booker. Let's go with a 3. Booker missing again. Dallas leading by 9. And up the court they come. The Mavericks on the break. Thompson outside. Pass to Marshall. Irving looking around. Count it. He's 4 for 8 now.
This is Irving's mentality. He understands that he is out there to shoot and shoot often, especially off the catch.
And once again, off the mark by Phoenix. And for Dallas, they're shooting just 35% from the floor. Now here's Dinwiddie. Back to Irving. Thompson, a screen on Booker. Irving finds Thompson. Outside Irving. Shot clock at 5. For 3. The Suns clear it. Grant, we all know how good Kyrie Irving is, but he's especially lethal in the fourth quarter.
And his clutch moments go far beyond his series winner in the 2016 finals. He thrives in high-pressure moments and has done so his whole career. And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor space.
Yeah, and you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
And Dallas hits again from deep.
And Clay looking opportunistic in transition. Great job executing there.
And the basket by Plumlee.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Here's Irving. Can't hit the turnaround jumper. Suns trail by 14. Here's Dunn. And the Suns get another three.
The defense takes a chance, leaves him open at the arc, and he capitalizes.
Here's Gafford. It's hauled in by the Suns. Plumlee's got 4 rebounds now. And Beal puts up a deep three. Gafford grabs the miss. Gafford's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Tries the spin move. Dinwiddie passes to Irving. Fires in the triple. Irving's got 14 points for the game.
A capable shooter from distance. Give Kyrie space to fire, and he does not pass it up.
Booker no good. Outside Irving. Lets it go from deep. The putback. And so it's Dallas, a sizable lead of 14 at the break. And the 3 ball is, thanks very much, Allie. We'll be back soon to start the second half of basketball.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum line. They're measuring up the shot.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. And you know, Klay Thompson has been really making it happen, guys.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
Booker and Beal are the talented backcourt. Kevin Durant is out there with Nick Richards. And it's Dunn in at the 3, the small forward. And that's the group for Mike Budenholzer as we begin the second half. Suns trail by 14. Durant finds Booker. Oh yeah! Booker dialing long distance.
This is Booker at his most dangerous. No hesitation right there.
Irving for 3. And they recover it. They get the rebound. Out to Thompson. They shoot again. Washington outside. From downtown. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. And now the Suns, fast break. Pulls up for 3. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Davis has got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Pass to Irving. Takes the 3. And Daniel Gafford picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
The Mavericks lead by 14. Lets it fly. Washington outside. The 3 ball. Offensive rebound, Mavericks.
Big rebound and a smart play to kick it right out. They want to use as much time as possible here.
Just over 1.5 minutes have passed in the third quarter. Thompson passes to Irving. 6 to shoot. 3-pointer. Launches it. Connects from downtown. Irving's got 6 points in the quarter.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's gonna put his foot on the pedal.
And stolen by Durant. Fires from deep. Yes, sir! KD for 3.
Making it look effortless. effortless. Durant is sensational at pulling up on a dime.
And you look at how Durant is playing at his age. He's still as elite as it gets, RJ.
You don't lose skill. KD could play into his 40s if he wanted to. That shot isn't going away, and he's always going to be tall. He will be one of the best scorers every time he laces it up.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
A new day. The Spurs' Victor Wembanyama said a few years back it was more of a guards game, but now it's come back to a big men's game. We've got guys all around the league who do a lot of stuff despite being very tall. It's the way the game changes. You just have to adapt. Brian, the gauntlet has been thrown.
And I like it. Good stuff, Allie. Thank you. Davis from long range. Basket is good. Nice setup from Irving. Irving's got his 4th assist in this one.
Oh, the response. AD might be a quiet guy off the court, but on the floor, he is an absolute killer.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
And the Suns making a change here. O'Neal's checked in. And Dallas also making a switch. Powell's checked in. Booker fires from way outside. And the Suns miss again.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Yeah, straight up, guys. Like, he's ice cold, like freezing. What's colder than cold? But you don't have to shoot it, my guy. It's okay to pass the ball.
Drops in the 3.
So good from three-point line. Beal stretches out the defense.
Here's Irving. Pass to Washington. Here's Irving. Driving in. Here's Thompson. And Booker pulls it down. Booker's got 4 rebounds now. Richards, the pass to O'Neal. Beal from outside. Rebound collected by Anthony Davis. Davis has got a rebound number 12 here already in the game. And it's Irving missing. And here's Durant. He'll bring it up for the Suns. They trail by 11.
And he's doing things on the glass tonight that we don't often see.
He is totally in the zone, showing his incredible focus when it comes to attacking the glass. Guys, just ridiculous. He is just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
He just keeps firing from distance. I know he's trying to heat up, but at what cost?
And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Booker. Here's Irving. Give him 23. Thompson, a screen on Jones. And stolen by Jones. It's a one-on-one situation. This one for 3. And that's not gonna go. Kyrie Irving has been on display for Dallas. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dive. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. On the court right now for the Mavericks. Davis out there with Dwight Powell. Then it's Washington, then there's Dante Exum, and it's Thompson in at the 2-guard spot. And Booker with the jam.
That's just too easy for D-Book. You can't give him an opening like that.
Here's Exum. Out to Thompson. Fires the 3. Oh, and Clay makes that 3 look so easy.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
And the lack of defensive pressure on shots like that is a big reason they're down by double digits.
Here's the break from the arc. Plumlee pulls down the board. The Suns trail by 13. An open look for Booker. And another basket for Phoenix.
Blink, and that ball is already gone. Booker is ridiculous with the quick release.
Washington a screen for 3. Powell nails it from beyond the arc. Powell's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
This is that modern big man play. Tall guys who are comfortable draining shots from deep.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Powell sets a screen. Here's Exum. Powell in the post. He's checked by Plumlee. Offensive rebound.
How did he break that one? He smoked it. Everything was set up for that to be an easy basket.
Jones with the ball. Exum picks him up. Corner three is pure from Booker.
Yes, so good to see Booker knocking down the corner triple. A go-to scorer with considerable range.
Davis a screen. Thompson passes to Davis. Clock at 6. It's Powell on the wing. From outside the arc. And it's Phoenix with a rebound. Dunn outside. Booker against Washington. Fade away. Powell pulls it in.
And as long as he keeps missing from deep, the D will keep letting him fire away. He's just off from range right now.
It's scooped up. Here's Davis. Thompson scanning the floor. Pass to Powell. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
If you're looking for ways to help your team, that's last on the list.
Not only a terrible shot, but also at the worst possible time. That's just not a good idea.
Exum outside. The three from Washington. And it's Devin Booker with a rebound. Booker's got 5 rebounds in the game. Plumlee a screen on Powell. Three-pointer O'Neal. Mavericks with a rebound. Thompson's got his 6th rebound on the night. Pass to Washington. It's stolen by Dunn. In transition, here come the Suns. Ooh, Booker finishing in the open court.
Yeah, and you don't want to let Devin Booker get easy points in transition.
Jones misses.
Defense dodged the bullet that time. Total breakdown.
Got a piece of it. Done with it. Now Thompson defending. From deep three-point land. Jones' shot is good.
Talk about the range. I mean, he's got amazing feel from that distance. Woo.
Davis, the pass to Powell. The three from Washington. It's Booker on the wing, defended by Thompson. Booker, the pass to Plumlee. Plumlee, a screen on Washington. Here's Dunn. From outside, off the mark. And so it's Dallas with it. Here's the three. On target from range.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
All road wins. They're just so sweet. They're just so sweet. You know why? Because they are so hard to come by.
And here's Thompson for 3. O'Neal pulls it in. For 3, Booker hits the trifecta. Here's Exum. Fires for 3. The shot no good. And so the Mavericks take the win. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
squads in the NBA. This figures to be a low-scoring affair.
But it should be an entertaining one, Kevin. And if you're a fan of high-intensity, high-energy defense, there's a lot to love about this matchup.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Conley and Edwards are the guards. Julius Randle is out there with Gobert, and it's McDaniels at small forward. Now, McDaniels, after Devin Booker missing on that last three-pointer. Randle passes to McDaniels, and that one, good. McDaniels got the scoreboard going with his first points of the night for Minnesota.
Well, keep your head up. Look for an opportunity to facilitate Julius Randle the delivery.
Durant, wide open, he fires. Good. A nice assist from Booker.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Edwards. Conley with the screen on Beal. Edwards' shot is good.
What a response from Anthony Edwards. If you make a three, he wants to come right back at you.
You hear, Doris, people now calling Anthony Edwards one of the faces of the NBA. I'm assuming you'd agree.
100% agree, because the skills are extraordinary. The development in his decision-making has gone leaps and bounds from where it was. Beyond that, Kevin, he's a lockdown defender, one of the best competitors, fearless in the big moments, and one of the most charismatic young men in the league today. This guy is spectacular. How easy does he make that look? That's effortless.
Durant with it. Picked up by Edwards. Puts up a three. And it's McDaniels with the rebound. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Conley, the pass to Randle. Conley sets a screen for Randle. And here's Gobert. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Gets the three-pointer to fall. Durant's got 8.
Boy, Kevin Durant, a quick release and from distance.
That one's off, still out of sync.
Well, he wanted to return the favor there for that last three, but it just wasn't in the cards.
Booker with no one around. A three-pointer, no good.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Another miss by Minnesota. Suns lead by 6. Done with it. Picked up by Edwards. Kicks it out to Booker. To the paint. Richards passes to Dunn. Shot clock at 6. Launches a three. And Kevin Durant good for 3. 11 points in the game.
And really, he came into the game with that long-range shot looking great. Boy, he could wind up with a crazy number of threes today.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
And here's Booker from the arc. Another three for Phoenix.
Crushing it right now. They've done an excellent job of spacing the floor.
And what surprises me is the defense hasn't done anything to take away that three-point shot. That has been their preferred weapon tonight.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. O'Neal's checked in for Dunn, and Tyus Jones subbed in for Bradley Beal, and a change for the Timberwolves. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Edwards. Timberwolves trail by 12, and while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thank you. Kevin Durant is the human cheat code. Bradley Beal says of his new teammate, he's 7 feet tall, he can shoot the ball, he can do everything. It's a little unfair. I get a bit jealous sometimes. I wish I was 7 feet, but nothing he does really surprises me. When he's in attack mode and locked in, there's nothing you can do. Kevin?
Not a single darn thing. You're so right. David, thanks. And there's the call on Nickeil Alexander-Walker. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Suns, Mason Plumlee's checked in for Nick Richards. Allen comes in for Kevin Durant. And Beal subbed in for Devin Booker. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Reed, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Miller comes in for Julius Randle. Edwards, he's checked in for McDaniels. And it's Dante DiVincenzo for Mike Conley.
Boy, what a good-looking stroke. Ready on the catch, Anthony Edwards. That jumper is nice.
Allen for the three. Minnesota with the rebound. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Pass to Reed. Sinks the three-pointer.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
And Beal puts up a deep three. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Beal with the block. And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for Phoenix. He comes away. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Phoenix.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
And their assist total also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates.
So with Durant sitting on the bench, this is Mike Budenholzer's lineup. The wing pair we'll be seeing is Beal and Allen. Plumlee out there with Royce O'Neal. And it's Jones in at the point guard.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Plumlee sets the pick for Allen. The three. Reed with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 7. You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them. But not last year as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you've got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But, boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
And here's O'Neal. He'll bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. Allen with the screen for O'Neal. In the corner, it's Plumlee. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pulls it up. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far. Phoenix leading by 8. Plumlee, the pass to Allen. Plumlee sets the pick for Allen. For 3. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Hit works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Drills it from outside.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
Plumlee sets the pick for O'Neal. Let's go. Rebound, Minnesota. Reed's got rebound number 5 here tonight. DiVincenzo with it. Jones covering. DiVincenzo kicks to Edwards. From deep. It's hauled in by the Suns. Plumlee, the pass to Allen. Plumlee sets the pick for Allen. And it's Beal in the corner. Fires the 3. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got 6 rebounds in the game.
2 minutes remaining.
In the corner, it's DiVincenzo. And a miss there on the triple.
Close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Allen outside. Outside, Jones. Plumlee with a screen on Edwards. Back to Allen. Launches a 3. And again, it's the Suns missing. Timberwolves trail by 8. It's Edwards on the wing. Edwards shooting fearlessly from the arc.
The work that Anthony Edwards is putting in as a shooter is there. That range shot so important. Nice three-point look right there.
Beal drives in. Nobody near Allen. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Pass to Alexander Walker. Misses the 3.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play. And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line. Wow, you don't see him left alone very often, and of course, he makes good use of it.
Beal gets a wide open look, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Beal's got 12.
How about the payback there, guys? You do you, I do me.
Oh, you love to see the competitive fire, a little bit of pride at stake.
Allen for 3. Another 3 for Phoenix.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Pass to Alexander Walker. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Plumlee sets the pick for Beal. 3-pointer. Can't hit that one. And so it's Phoenix in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They've done a lot of... Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily. We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Bradley Beal having a dominant impact in this game.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy. Ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
And on the floor for Chris Finch as we get into the second half. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniel. Randall out there with Gobert, and it's Conley in at the point guard position. And it's good for 2. He's got 13. Doris, I know the NBA is considering using technology to help officiate out of bounds and goaltending. Do you have a problem with that?
You know, Kev, at the end of the day, I think it is about getting the calls right. If there's a way to lift the load off these officials, even if it's around the margins, why not try it?
Beal against Edwards. Dunn, wide open, he fires. Offline with his 3. Timberwolves trail by 10. It's Edwards on the wing. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in.
Doesn't matter where on the floor Anthony Edwards is. That shot mechanic's so pretty, so fluid.
And here's Booker from the arc. Julius Randle with the rebound. Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Edwards, no good.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Right, he stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
Nailed from 3-point land.
Devin Booker ready on the opportunity to take any 3 he gets. That is pretty.
Conley's shot is off. Suns leading by 10. Mike Conley was drafted, Doris, back in 2007. And somehow, someway, he's gone his whole career without receiving a technical foul. Heck, you and I have received technical fouls over here, but not him on the floor.
Julius Randle, 3-point
Kevin, that is an impressive feat. And it's also probably why he's won the NBA Sportsmanship Award more than anyone else in the history of the league, and why we will never win it.
Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for the Timberwolves.
Number 0, Dante DiVincenzo.
Booker looking around. There's the 3. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Pass to Conley. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Suns have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. There's the triple from Durant.
As soon as he's shot ready, Kevin Durant, the rise and fire on the pull-up jumper. That is sweet.
DiVincenzo with the screen for Conley. Goes up from the top of the key. DiVincenzo can't hit it. And so Booker will bring it up for the Suns. Inside. Poked loose. Conley with it. Now guarded by Booker. For three, Edwards. They grab their own miss. Fires from way outside. Randall no good. Phoenix leading by 10. Fires from deep. Another three for Phoenix.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
And here's Edwards from the arc. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Edwards got 14 points for the game.
Anthony Edwards has got his rhythm, and he's got a well-rounded offensive game. Look out.
Booker the pass to Beal. Here's the triple. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got 8 rebounds in this game. Now here's DiVincenzo. Not a lot of room. Randall with a screen for DiVincenzo. And it's off from three-point range. Suns have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. And here's Booker from the arc. Devin Booker, 3 right down the hatch.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
DiVincenzo kicks to Conley. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Mike Conley wanted to make sure the momentum was not swinging the other direction, so he answers with a 3.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley.
Second team.
That's foul number 2 for him.
Substitution on the court.
11 seconds left to play in the third. Beal can't get it to go. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Randall from outside. A shot off that time. That one doesn't drop. And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Suns. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, this is why great point guard play is so critical in today's NBA, and you see it right there on display.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. So with Durant sitting on the bench, this is Mike Budenholzer's lineup. We've got Devin Booker. O'Neal is out there with Dunn. Then it's Plumlee. And it's Allen in at the 2-guard spot. O'Neal a screen on Reed. For 3, Booker had another make to his scoring column. His 5th basket of the game. Now shooting 5 of 11.
Quality decision making off that pick and roll. Booker just taking what the defense gives him.
Shoots. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Suns leading by 11. A wide open look for Plumlee. No good from outside.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
The 3. Phoenix grabs the miss. A few possessions into the 4th quarter, just over a minute played. Dunn sets a screen for O'Neal. No good with the triple.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point. Well, the problem is they haven't gotten production from any other spot, but right now this guy is cooking.
Booker outside. Lets the 3 fly from beyond the arc, and Booker with the response.
How about that? Devin Booker says anything you can do, I can do better. 3 in the books.
Reed misses. Phoenix has gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the 3rd quarter. Allen inside the 3-point line. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Allen's got the lead up to 13 now for the Suns. To the left side wing. Here's Reed. Off target with his 3. For Phoenix, they've gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the 4th quarter. Plumlee, no luck. Timberwolves trail by 13. Here's Garza. Drops in the Trey off the fast break. Garza's got 5 points now this quarter.
Really surprised a little bit to see him drift out to the three-point line, but I guess I shouldn't be if you can stroke it like that. And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Some changes for Phoenix. Nick Richards, he's checked in for Plumlee. Kevin Durant comes in for O'Neal, and Beal subbed in for Allen.
How about that? Impressive range from Devin Booker. Tremendous touch.
And the foul called on Edwards. That is his first foul of the game. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Conley for three. Rejected by Booker. And they'll get another chance. Launches it from deep. And it's Conley that time on the assist from Edwards.
Wow, Mike Conley from deep range. Okay.
Suns leading by 13. On the wing, Booker by Conley. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
And there's a minute 45 left in the fourth quarter. And a deep three from Booker. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. Timberwolves trail by 13. Conley with a wide open look. Another miss by Conley. Suns have gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. And here's Booker from the arc. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Fires from the wing. And he hits the jump shot. That's now 8 points for Conley.
This guy is so smart. Mike Conley reads the defense, gets the shot he wants. Perfect.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for Phoenix.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and look at the stats, just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Devin Booker.
They simply can't stop him right now. This guy playing with passion and focus.
McDaniels, a screen on Beal. Edwards finds McDaniels. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Well, unselfish play by Anthony Edwards. Teammate is wide open. He puts it right where it needs to be.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. No good from the wing.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
That's it's never an easy point in the game, knowing whatever you do, you're still coming away with the L.
Durant against Randall. McDaniels gets a wide open look. Gets the three to fall.
3-point field goal.
Knocked loose. Stolen by Conley. There's 3-pointers off the mark. So it's Phoenix picking up the win. Probably. All right, DA, thanks again. Well, folks, that's...
You know, Brian, we've seen strong play at the center position these last few years, and we've got two bigs who can each take over a game, so I think it's going to be a lot of fun watching them square off.
Let's check out Minnesota's starting lineup. Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert, and it's Conley in at the point. And Edwards the bucket on the assist by Randle.
Well, Edwards looking almost automatic there. Didn't wait too long to put that shot up.
Irving, the pass to Thompson. Knocks it down from distance.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Thompson's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc. From deep, Conley. Gafford grabs the miss. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Irving, the pass to Washington. Gobert against Gafford. That one falls.
Second chance points are always painful. Have to make the effort to box out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
The Mavericks have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. And if you're looking for identifiable team mascots, Clark, some say the Mavericks champ, the horse, is near the top of the list.
Yeah, he does get after it. Also, the Mavs man. Dallas is rolling out a couple of iconic figures to keep that crowd on fire.
Washington finds Thompson. Washington, a screen on Edwards. Outside Davis. 5 on the clock. Irving, the pass to Davis. Shoots over Randall. Good work defensively by Randall.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And Irving has got the ball here for Dallas. Here's Thompson. The offensive rebound. Three-pointer. Again, the miss by Dallas.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul of the game. Well, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Fires from the wing.
Well, Irving looking engaged and aggressive there, making an impact at the defensive end.
The three is up. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
Randall can't hit. And Dallas with possession. Good momentum. 8 straight points. Washington right side. And here's Thompson for 3. Minnesota with a rebound.
This has not been his best quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
Lets it go from deep. And he gets it to go. Now 2 of 6 in the game.
Extremely dangerous from that range. That's Thompson's comfort zone right there.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. Edwards has got 5 points.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
They get it back. Here's Gafford. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Gafford's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, he's going to work early on the offensive glass. He's so amped up.
How about early attack mode? I love the approach he's coming to this game with. Really strong.
From the high post. And Irving, the bucket on the assist by Gafford. He's got 5.
You know you're doing something right when you find yourself up double digits in the first period.
Well, they're doing everything right. How about that? I mean, this could turn into a blowout very quickly.
And Mike Conley picks up the foul. That's his first foul. A big group substitution here for Dallas. Lively, he's checked in for Gafford. Marshall comes in for Washington. Christie's checked in for Thompson. And it's Dinwiddie in for Kyrie Irving. And Minnesota will go for a different look here. Reed's checked in for Gobert. Clark comes in for McDaniels. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Anthony Edwards. And it's DiVincenzo in for Conley. Alexander Walker with the bucket.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Dinwiddie outside. Here's Christie. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Timberwolves trail by 7. And up the court they come. The Mavericks on the break. Shot is up. Again, the miss by Dallas. And here we go. The Timberwolves on the run. And here's Clark for 3. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall.
Opportunistic basketball. Gets a great look at the 3 in transition.
From deep 3-point range. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. And that does it for the first quarter. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And when you consider how Dallas is doing, guys, your thoughts?
Well, it's simple. When you can dominate the boards at both ends, you can control the second chance touches.
And, you know, their rebounding advantage has been glaring. Simply outworking them on the boards for that entire first quarter.
On the court for Minnesota. Edwards out there with Dante DiVincenzo. Then it's Miller. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Reed in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. You know, Clark, watching Kyrie Irving, he still does things you just can't believe.
His ball handling ability is just remarkable. And his finishing ability surpasses his rush hour handle. And that's saying a ton. He can beat anybody off the dribble. He can make tough shots. He really is one of the elite scorers from the guard position in the history of the NBA. I don't think that's an overstatement. From the angles he finishes, the shots he can make. He's as elite as we've had in the league.
And the foul called on Nikhil Alexander-Walker. That's his first foul of the game. And Minnesota making a change here. Minot's checked in. Second quarter of basketball, about a minute played so far. Irving pass to Lively. Here's Christie. 6 on the shot clock. Irving for 3. Here's Lively. Again the miss by the Mavericks. The Timberwolves trail. Reed passes to DiVincenzo. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. For Dallas, they've gone 0 for 4 in the second quarter. Sinks it from distance.
Reed looking to get others involved. Nice awareness there.
The Timberwolves have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to go in. Reed sets a screen. And DiVincenzo hits from deep.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Lively passes to Christie. Here's Irving. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Irving's got 7 points in the game.
Never lacking confidence. 0 hesitation from Kyrie there.
For 3, DiVincenzo. Lively grabs the miss. Lively's got his 6th rebound on the night. Irving against Edwards. Now here's Irving. He's covered closely. And no good. And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for Minnesota. They trail by 3. Knocks down the triple. Well, Grant, you were an excellent defender in your day. So who was the toughest player you had to guard?
Well, there were so many great players. Michael, LeBron. And let's talk about the late, great Kobe Bryant. I mean, he really had no weaknesses. And even if you defended him perfectly, there's a good chance he can still make the shot.
Gafford, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Thompson comes in for Christie. Gobert's checked in for the Timberwolves. Conley comes in for DiVincenzo. Thompson passes to Dinwiddie. Now here's Irving. He drops it from range. Irving's got 5 points in the quarter.
Irving knows exactly when to let that shot go. He's a knockdown threat from deep for sure.
Outside Conley. Left side Reed. Fires the 3. And another 3 from Minnesota.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
On the wing, Irving. He's guarded by Conley. And here's Thompson for 3. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Reed's got his 6th rebound on the night. Alexander Walker, the pass to Edwards. Over Dinwiddie. And another basket for Minnesota.
Nice mid-range J from Edwards there. He's obviously not too concerned about what the analytics say about that shot.
Irving for 3. Sends it home from three-point land. He's got 13.
He's never going to pass up that shot. The defense giving him way too much room.
Conley passes to Alexander Walker. Edwards looking for an opening. Pass to Gobert. Reed for 3. The kick out to Edwards. Edwards from way deep.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor space.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
And it's Irving missing.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Puts up a deep 3. The shot by Conley, no good.
It's never easy from that distance. But we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check. And was maybe a step out of his range.
A different look for Dallas. Anthony Davis, he's checked in for Marshall. Washington comes in for Dinwiddie. And Williams is subbed in for Kyrie Irving. On the wing, Davis. The kick out to Williams. Davis with a screen on Conley. Williams from long range. That shot off. Anthony Edwards has been on display for the Timberwolves. 11 points in the quarter. He's on fire. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
We've got Davis, Kyrie Irving out there with Thompson. Then it's Daniel Gafford, and it's Washington in at the small forward position. That's Jason Kidd's 5 as we get into the second half. Mavericks trail by 8. Irving for 3, and it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got his 5th rebound in this one. Conley finds Randall. Back to Conley from deep. The rebound by Klay Thompson. Thompson's got 4 rebounds now. Irving with it. Now guarded by McDaniels. Here's Davis. Washington outside. Nails it from 3.
That was silky smooth there by Washington. Only takes him a few seconds to lock and load.
Edwards against Thompson. Outside McDaniels. The 3 ball. Mavericks with a rebound. Well, Clark, the first 9 years of his career, he played mostly power forward. But over the last 3, Anthony Davis playing a lot of center.
And I think his game has become more focused on staying in the paint, which is where he's dominant. He's added tons of strength over the years. He's using that to his advantage. He's always been one of the special players in the league, in my opinion. And he's still one of the top 15 guys in the league for sure.
Edwards against Irving. Let's go with a 3. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Way to work the glass. Buffet style. Second chance bucket. They can make a big difference.
Conley passes to McDaniels. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Davis has got 5 rebounds in the game. Pass to Irving. For the tie. That one falls. Coming off Davis' feed. Davis has got his 3rd assist of the night. Now Gobert. For 3, Randall. It's rebounded by Dallas. Davis has got his 6th rebound on the night. Thompson fires from way outside. And that misses. That would have put him up.
Early on, he tried to shoot his way out of this funk. But later in the game now, he might want to just give it up and look for his teammates to do the scoring.
Here's Edwards. And he can't bank that one in.
Probably not the shot they had in mind, but you can't fault him. He had a clean look.
Davis with a screen on Edwards. Here's Irving. Out to Thompson for the lead. Randall pulls down the board.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink his strategy around what to do with him.
For 3, Conley. Rebound collected by Anthony Davis. Davis has got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Irving, the pass to Davis. The 3. Dallas, no good that time either. And it's Conley with the ball for the Timberwolves. We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the 3rd. Lets the 3 fly. Washington grabs the miss. The Mavericks have gone 4 of 9 in the 3rd quarter. Irving with it. Now guarded by McDaniels. There's the triple. And Irving, the bucket on the assist by Thompson. Irving's got 8 here in this quarter.
Hey, you need a big night from one of your stars? I introduce you to Kyrie Irving. He is lethal and able.
And he comes up with a bucket. And here's Dallas. They're on a 13-4 run. Outside for Davis. Back to Irving. Gafford with a screen on Gobert. On the wing, Irving. Defended by Gobert. Outside for Irving. He's feeling it. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Gobert's got 6 rebounds here tonight. McDaniels from long range gets the 3 to fall. And the Timberwolves lead by 2.
If you want the title of 3-and-D player, you've got to make three. McDaniels has really worked on that shot.
Deflects the pass, and he's all alone. Here's Edwards, and Edwards slams it in.
Oh, that's impactful defense right there. Finding a steal and instantly turning it into offense.
And here's Thompson for three. Oh, Thompson buries the tray.
Great assist that time by Kyrie Irving.
Anthony Edwards has been on display for the Minnesota Timberwolves. 25 points. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Served him up. Tasty room service dime right there, boy.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. On the court for Minnesota, we've got Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Anthony Edwards out there with Dante DiVincenzo. Then there's Naz Reid, and it's Garza in at the center position.
Well, it's fun watching Irving share the ball. I mean, when he concentrates on running the offense, this team is really dangerous.
DiVincenzo against Irving. Back to DiVincenzo from the arc. Mavericks with the rebound. They've led by as much as 10. And the foul called on Nickeil Alexander-Walker. That'll be a second foul of the game. And the Mavericks making a change here. Williams is checked in. Ingles, he's checked in for Minnesota. Edwards against Williams. Lets it go. Plenty of room to knock down that one. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. And Edwards puts up a deep three. Edwards on target.
Look at that from Edwards. Way out there.
The Mavericks leading. Williams passes to Christie. And a miss there on the triple. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Puts it up from 17. DiVincenzo can't hit. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Pass to Christie. This one for 3. Offensive board. Outside for Irving. They set a pick. Shot clock at 6. The jumper from the wing off target.
Almost too wide open there. That's like a warm-up jumper for him.
And here is Ingles. Reid for 3. And it's Irving with a rebound. He shoots it. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. And the Mavericks lead by 3.
Certainly not the best look, but I admire the confidence to let it fly.
Back to DiVincenzo. And it's all tied up.
Sweet shooting from DiVincenzo. Really comfortable getting that shot up quickly.
Irving looking around. Pass to Christie. Launches it. Sinks the tray. Christie's got 8 points here in the quarter.
And they retake the lead with a bounce-back 3.
The crowd has started to get nervous, but now they're just fired up. An incredible ball game going down the stretch.
A big group substitution here for Dallas. Gafford, he's checked in for Lively. Davis comes in for Marshall. Washington's checked in for Christie. And it's Thompson in for Williams. And Minnesota will go for a different look here. Gobert's checked in for Reid. Julius Randle comes in for Ingles. McDaniels is checked in for Alexander-Walker. And Conley subbed in for DiVincenzo. Edwards, the pass to McDaniels. The kick out to Edwards. Over Washington.
I think Washington, because of his athleticism and length, can be an outstanding defender in this league.
Three-pointer. They get it again. A minute 42 left in the game. Three-pointer, no good. Timberwolves trail by 3. Randle, pass to Edwards. Launches a 3. Davis with a rebound. Davis has got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. On the wing, Davis. Pass to Thompson. Gafford with a screen on Conley. Thompson passes to Washington. Out to Thompson. Takes the three. Buries it from three. And now it's a 6-point Dallas lead.
Oh, you talk about a cool customer right there. Thompson doesn't care if it's the first or last shot of a game. He's never shy about putting it up.
And the ball out of bounds. Last touch by Edwards. .52 seconds left to play in the fourth. Irving with a deep three. An absolute bomb from three-point range. And the Mavericks lead by 9.
Not just range, but confidence, too. Irving can capitalize from way downtown.
Fires the three. And it's Gobert with a rebound. And it's Edwards with the ball for the Timberwolves. The three, Conley. Thompson pulls it in.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
And the three-pointer goes.
Nice read by Thompson right there, showing he's more than just a shooter with plays like this.
Sends it home from three-point land. And so it's Dallas with it. They've got a 9-point lead. Irving for three. The shot won't fall. Here's Edwards. Puts up a deep three. Irving fires from way outside. Off the mark. And so it's Dallas winning this one. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
So the opening lineup for the Suns. Deadly backcourt pair of Booker and Beal. Durant is out there with Dunn, and it's Richards in at the 5, roaming the paint. Irving passes to Washington. For the 3. Here's Gafford. Out to Thompson. Goes back up. The rebound by Richard.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the lead.
The confidence that Durant has in his three-point shot is something special. He doesn't doubt his selections at all.
Outside, Davis. Washington with the screen on Katie. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Booker against Irving. Booker with the screen for Beal. Durant in the corner. 6 on the shot clock. A 3. Rebounded by Gafford. The Mavericks have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. RJ, we know that the Suns missed the playoffs for about a decade, but now they seem to be getting some traction. How do you view it?
I view them as a team that's in transition. Obviously, they have Devin Booker, the homegrown star. The guy has blossomed there in front of everyone's eyes. And after that finals run, they've really been searching. He's the last player there. But whenever you have Kevin Durant on your team, you are always on the verge of something special.
Irving's shot is good.
A capable shooter from distance. Give Kyrie space to fire, and he does not pass it up.
Durant with the screen on Irving with 3. Booker sinks the triple. Booker's got 5 points so far.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Now, here's Thompson. Shoots over Beal. And Dallas again with the bucket.
Want to see a perfect jumper? Just watch Klay Thompson.
Booker looking around. Over Irving. Booker finds Durant. Dunn sets a screen for KD. Over Davis. Durant, no good.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Irving against Booker.
2 minutes.
1:56 left in the first quarter. Off target from three-point range. The Mavericks have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Offensive rebound. Here's Davis. And the shot is long. The Suns trailing. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul. Dinwiddie's checked in for Irving. And then for Phoenix, O'Neal's checked in for Dunn. And Jones subbed in for Bradley Beal. Booker against Thompson. Fires away from way outside. Mavericks with the rebound.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistent.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you very much. Anthony Davis broke his defense down for me. He said, I can block shots, switch on to anybody, guard the pick and roll, I can guard the post, I can guard the pin down. So that's my ability. My ability defensively is to do everything. Kevin?
And he does everything. David, thank you so much.
And how's that for an answer? Thompson getting his revenge in style there.
Jones for 3. Booker outside. From outside, off the mark. Dallas has gone 3 of 7 from three-point range in the first quarter. Trains it from beyond the arc.
This is something that Klay works on all the time, even though he is already elite at it. He readies himself to fire once he catches that ball.
Sinks the three-pointer. KD's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Suns. Here now is Dinwiddie. Still yet to score. Davis with a screen on Booker. And Thompson kicks to Davis. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. Thompson sets the pick for Dinwiddie. No good on the last second attempt there. Klay Thompson has been leading the charge for the Mavericks. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for Dallas.
The ball movement has been outstanding so far. They've come out of the gate looking for that extra pass.
And they've also been effective from beyond the arc tonight. And if that continues, guys, they can really open up the rest of their offense.
So with Durant sitting on the bench, this is Mike Budenholzer's lineup. The wing pair we'll be seeing is Beal and Allen. Clubbling out there with Royce O'Neal. And it's Jones in at the point guard position. Wasted no time on that one.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
Marshall gets the bucket.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Now here's Jones. The wide open look for Plumlee. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Christie with the screen on Jones. Pass to Christie. They get it back. Over to the left wing. Marshall dishes to Irving. Shoots the three. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Edwards, he's checked in for Dinwiddie. Dunn, he's checked in for Phoenix. The offensive rebound, and it's Mason Plumlee with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Mavericks with some changes. Daniel Gafford comes in for Derek Lively. And it's Klay Thompson in for Edwards. And Phoenix also making a switch. Bol, he's checked in for Royce O'Neal. Now, here is Irving. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Irving's got 5.
The team-first mentality of Thompson. When someone on his squad is open, he finds them.
And for Klay Thompson, Richard, he's entering a different part now of his career.
And it happens to all of us. Father Time is undefeated. But Klay's game, his ability to hit threes as an elite level, that is not going anywhere, Kevin.
The shot's good from Irving.
Going right back at them. Kyrie answers with a three of his own.
And Beal puts up a deep three. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Thompson outside. From deep. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 3 assists in the game.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
Now, here's Dunn. Hasn't made one yet. Hits it from three-point range.
3 points.
And far from the best shot, but all that matters is the end result. Somehow he sinks it.
Plumlee with the steal. It's Beal on the wing. Fires the three. Pass to Bol. On the wing, Jones. Back to Bol. Clock at 6. Takes a three. Buries it from three-point range. He's got 6.
This is that modern big man play. Tall guys who are comfortable draining shots from deep.
Thompson sets the pick for Irving. Thompson against Beal. And Thompson kicks to Irving. This one for 3. The shot by Thompson, no good. The Suns have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Beal from long range. Another 3 for Phoenix.
3.
And that's money from Beal. He's so crafty at finding space in that deep corner.
Pass to Thompson. To the wing on the left. 3. Marshall. Shot to stop the run. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4. Guys, 7 times the lead has changed hands here now.
Yeah, and that number should easily top double figures before it's over.
Plumlee, no luck.
They had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Jones with it. He's picked up by Irving. Beal taking his time here. Back to Jones. Pass to Beal. Lets it go with a 3. Rebounded by Gafford. Gafford's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Irving passes to Thompson. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Bol with it. Covered by Gafford. Shot from the wing. No good that time. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Mavericks lead by 1. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Red line! Okay, they're thinking about the shot.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Klay Thompson has been sensational.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
If I'm his teammate, I keep feeding the hot hand, especially since he's been on fire from deep also.
Washington out there with Anthony Davis. Then there's Irving. Then there's Daniel Gafford. And it's Thompson in at the shooting guard position. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Booker finds Richards. Here's Beal. Back to Richards. Pass to Booker. Latrey. Mavericks with the rebound. Davis has got his fourth rebound in this one. Arguably one of the best bigs of his generation, Anthony Davis. I know you admire his game.
Well, he takes over the game on both ends of the floor. You would look at a Tim Duncan, a Kevin Garnett, a guy that can beat you with 5 blocks, or a guy that can dominate the post and score 25 a night.
There's a screen. Back to Irving. From the arc. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Irving's got the lead up to 7 now for Dallas.
Something that's not talked about is that he is a high IQ player. You've got to respect how fast Kyrie makes decisions, especially when it comes to shooting the ball.
And stolen by Booker. Fade away. Again, the miss by Booker.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
Yeah, that's it right now. He's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
Suns trail by 7. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Pass to KD. Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball. Two minutes gone in this third quarter now. On the wing, Irving. Defended by Booker. Beal with the steal. And now Beal pushing it up, and no one back to stop him. Here's the 3. The rebound by Washington. Washington's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Booker in the post. Davis is on it. Done outside. There's Beal with the 3. Drains the three-pointer. Beal's got 9.
It's the confidence of Beal. He lets it fly from range when he really likes the look.
Here's Irving. Out to Thompson. For the screen on Beal. Thompson for the triple. Dallas, no good that time either. Suns trail by 4. Booker the pass to Beal. Now Richards. It's Beal on the wing. Over Thompson. Releases from the wing and drills it. Beal's got 5 points now this quarter.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Irving dishes to Thompson. Back to Irving. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 4 assists in the game. And Greg, you think about what they call float game. Why does that one shot earn a nickname like that?
I mean, it's a badge of respect, right? The floaters, teardrops, whatever you call them, runners, often the finishing touch to an already well-developed offensive arsenal.
Over to the wing. Washington kicks to Thompson. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Booker with it. Guarded now by Irving. Here's Richards. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for Dallas. A 2-point game. Nice shot by Thompson.
Well, Thompson is having no trouble finding himself shots, and he'll just keep pouring them in as long as he can.
Davis against KD. 36 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. The Mavericks pull it in. Washington's got 5 rebounds tonight. Irving passes to Thompson. The kick out to Irving. Three-pointer. The rebound by KD. Fires it up. It's a big high bounce and goes in. KD's got 11 points. And stolen by Booker. Fades. Wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
Resourceful.
It's a tie game in Dallas. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. On the court now for the Suns, getting going here in the fourth. Royce O'Neal is out there with Plumlee. Then there's Grayson Allen. Then there's Dunn, and it's Booker in at the one spot.
This is what makes Kyrie so difficult to contain. He can pull up anywhere at any time. Credit to him for trying to get that three right back. Missed the shot, but that's a fighter's mentality.
Christie can't make it. Suns trail by 6. Allen, a screen on Irving. Booker with no one around. Connects from three-point range.
3 points.
A reliable three-point sniper. I like seeing Booker connect from downtown.
Here's Irving. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 6 assists here tonight.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
He's locked in with his teammates right now, setting guys up in perfect position.
Dallas making a switch here. Thompson's checked in, and the Suns also making a change. Richards is checked in, kept alive, kicks it out to Booker. From past the arc, book it! Devin for 3.
And these are the type of shots that are just so easy for Booker. These short corner triples, these right here, best shot in basketball.
Irving passes to Dinwiddie. Trying to get open is Thompson. Dinwiddie with the basket on the assist by Irving. Irving's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. For 3, Booker, another 3 for Phoenix.
Gotta be impressed with Booker's basketball IQ. Superb at scoring off of pick and rolls.
Irving dishes to Dinwiddie. Over in the corner, Marshall. Here he goes. 5 to shoot. Dinwiddie kicks to Thompson. No good on the 3. Suns have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. So they take the lead. And the Suns lead by 1.
Great decision making from Booker, realizing one of his guys is open and whips the pass to him.
Irving passes to Thompson. Back to Irving. Dinwiddie sets the screen for Irving. Dinwiddie outside. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. For Phoenix, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Dunn passes to Richards. Booker in the corner. Good ball movement here by the Suns. O'Neal wide open. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
Dinwiddie passes to Irving. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Irving's got 9 points in the quarter.
The right guy to go to in this situation. Kyrie Irving has so many tricks in his bag that will help him find the shot that he needs.
Pass to O'Neal. Booker in the corner. Another 3 for Phoenix.
ICE. Ice. He has absolute ice in his veins. This guy, he lives for these moments.
outside. Irving, a screen on Allen. Dinwiddie kicks to Irving. A three-pointer off the mark. The Suns shooting at 46%, making some buckets. Booker against Irving. Back to O'Neal. Marshall with the steal. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. Thompson running the floor.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
Booker finds Dunn. Dinwiddie against Allen. Outside, O'Neal. On the wing, Booker. From downtown. And Lively pulls it down. Thompson outside. Outside Irving. They could win it. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot. No good.
That's the end of the game.
All right, David, thanks so much.
Appreciate you
and
joining
that
us
about
tonight.
wraps it up.